Hey guys, Cosmos here from Dollar Games, and here we are in League of Angels, continuing the progress videos on my character here at 1.8 million battle rating right now. And this is going to be a very interesting video because our House of Cards event has just finished and I've ranked #1 there, so we'll be able to do some really cool upgrades on heroes and possibly recruit new ones, but I already thought about it a whole bunch and we'll go into that. So let's start with that straight away. We got House of Cards this time opening up with Cedric, which is the new hero that was added recently, and he is costing 3 Joker Ls to get, which is pretty expensive, and that is the unupgraded version. The upgrade doesn't exist yet, but probably like other heroes, upgrades can be added over time. He is special in the sense that he gives a defense and attack to the party, and he's like very similar to the other yellow heroes like Valentina. Stats wise, doing exactly the same thing. The only difference is Cedric is giving attack defense and Valentina is giving agility and attack. There's a bit more to it as well. We can look into recruit a bit later, but basically that's the difference between these two. They have pretty much exactly the same cost: 3 Joker Ls, 5 Joker S's, and the other cards as well. We got also the new items, which are the hero rename cards, angel rename cards, and fairy rename cards, but I think they're kind of expensive for what they are, but I do agree that they are expensive for the launch, because I think this is the first time we're able to get them, so it does make sense. But I would expect that over time the price of these things would go down, because it's just an issue of naming. But anyways, back to heroes. We got choices to get Cedric. Oh, I have 2 Joker Ls right now. So let's go over to the point rankings. We're gonna go to yesterday first. I had yesterday 7,500 points. So we're just gonna collect those card points. But overall, I did my 80k. Which is basically the exact amount that you need to also collect all the rewards from the Master of Poker event in the hot events. So anyways, with this I'll be getting the 500 Seraph Stones, but as well the grand prize, which is cool. That's 2 Joker Ls, level 8 fusion gem, 600, or is that, no, 600 and 8,000 rune stones and 600 gem enhanced stones. So we're gonna do that right now. Boom, a lot of that was rune stones covering the whole screen. So now we got all those Joker Ls to play with, which is pretty cool. So I can get basically in terms of let's look at the options. I can get Cedric, or I can get Valentina. Divine Angel I don't need. Son of Odin, that's another choice to upgrade my Mountain God to Son of Odin. Mountain God I already have, as you know from my previous videos. Son of Odin makes an upgrade, or the evolved version of the Mountain God, and it's a pretty big change. We'll look at that in a moment. We got Crescent Elf, which is the upgrade of the Lunar Princess. I don't have her, not planning, so that's not a choice. Hecate and Blazing Hecate, healer, don't have her, so she's not really on the menu for me. Hercules is something a lot of people are using with the Earthshaker. Both are available. Earthshaker at 1 Joker L cost, Hercules at 2 Joker L cost. By the way, Mountain God also, just the basic Mountain God already is costing 2 Joker Ls. Son of Odin as well, 2 Joker Ls. Mountain of God, although very few people use him, is actually very expensive. That could be why very few people use him, but also a lot of people don't use him because a lot of people like offense a lot more. So and he is, you know, 100% defensive hero, so they don't use him for that reason. But pretty expensive hero. compared to the new ones like Valentine and Cedric we talked about are costing 3 Joker Ls, and even his base version is already costing 2. Earthshaker on the other hand is costing only 1 Joker L for the base version, but also 2 Joker Ls for the evolve. So that's another choice, of course, to get an Earthshaker and Hercules and be like everybody else. He's a pretty nice hero, especially the Hercules upgrade. So that's a choice. Light Envoy costing 1 Joker L, and her upgrade Messenger of Darkness. This is the actually from everything, this is the one I'm looking at the most. It's costing 1 Joker L to get her evolved, and of course Light Envoy is a key member of my party. I think even more important than the Rada in terms of rage and buffs and so forth. Plus she is already a lot more invested in my party, so she's pretty important long term. Also, there are a lot of builds which use only one Ragers, the Messenger of Death, and then with lower skill cost, lower rage cost skills, you don't need 2 Ragers in the party for a rage build. So that's one that's pretty important. Thunderlord, as you know, I already got him. I could have gotten him here, but I actually am happy that I got him somewhere else, because here he costs 1 Joker L, which I think is a little bit unfair, because you could get him somewhere else without Jokers. And of course he's not I think he's not on the same level as Earthshaker, for example. So I think that Joker L cost is a little bit too high for him. And let me see if his base is here as well. Normally they were there. Okay, not in this one. But anyways, those are the choices. Of course I can't get everything, but I want to get a bunch. So now I have 4 Joker Ls. And like I said, the choices are Cedric and Messenger of Darkness, which is one that makes it 4. Valentina and Messenger of Darkness, that's choice 2. Then Son of Odin, which is gonna cost 2, leaving me 2. So Son of Odin and Messenger of Darkness with 1 Joker L left over. I can of course spend 3 Joker Ls to get the Earthshaker and his upgrade Hercules. Where are they? I lost them already. Here is the Hercules, and here's the Earthshaker. I could get Earthshaker, upgrade Hercules, and Messenger of Darkness. That all will cost 4 Joker Ls. So basically a bunch of four options actually for me, a lot of choices to pick from. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to recruit to Enigma Tavern and look a little bit ahead into the future to what they're going to become. Of course, Earthshaker we already know his let's go directly to his evolved version, Hercules. So we already know the key points of him, which is the 50 rage cost, which is low, is good, so he can activate his attack, his special attack a lot more often. So with a low rage cost, he hits 2 people and he hurts them a lot, and he hurts them a lot more if their health, the lower their health is. So that's actually in the last sentence here, with the lowest HP percentage. And where is the part? Extra damage to all enemies. Where is it? The lower the enemy's HP percentage, the higher the damage will be. So that's the key element about the Earthshaker and Hercules, why a lot of people like him. Then I got my Light Envoy. Of course, if I click here a couple of times on and off, is basically her upgrade, and the difference between the two is simply more stats. So the 75 rage cost remains for her special skill, but then she gives more rage. So let's say on level 1 it's 33 to 38, but that of course changes. If we look at top level Light Envoy gives 60 rage to all heroes. Messenger of Darkness gives 72, so she almost satisfies completely herself. 1 totem and you're good to go. A rage totem, that is. So that's Messenger of God. Then we got Mountain God. That is probably the most difficult subject because a lot of people don't want to get him. I'm one of the few that has invested into him and gotten him, and as you know, I'm using him still. He is a very solid tank, but the problem is, of course, he doesn't help with damage output, but that's not his job anyways. On his regular self, he already puts an HP shield. Let's look at top level skill on +10. He's putting 26% of the whole party's health shield for the first 2 turns. That gets cast pretty fast, and that absorbs the first strong hits, so that's pretty awesome. Then on his unevolved version, Mountain God, he puts a 33% reduction in damage on the back row. So if you got some wolf or something on the enemy side who always just wipes out the back row, Mountain God definitely helps the back row to survive. But what changes is that on his upgrade there are some serious changes, and of course the percentage of the shield goes up. So if you look here at +13, he can give up to 37% shield to the whole party for 2 turns, I believe. It doesn't say here, but it should be for 2 turns. And then his regular skill is a reduction of damage by 42% to the entire party, and that is pretty amazing. So that's something I'm definitely looking into. And then we got Snow Queen is one I would definitely consider. It's just it's not in House of Cards. She's pretty cool, attacking everybody. Plus she has the Fire Queen evolved version. Very nice hero, but tough to get. At least it's not in this House of Cards. I'll see if I can get her later. But anyways, for now we don't have those choices. We got Cedric and we got Valentina. These two. Cedric Warrior Sub-Tank support, Valentina Mage Heavy Striker, but they're pretty much identical. On the top level, Valentina is having her skill give 19% to agility and attack, lasting 2 turns. So basically, she helps you to attack first. So that's good, because if you hit first and you kill the enemy, they can't reply, so that's pretty important. I think the agility aspect, but attack as well, 19%. Also her skill costs 50 rage, and she hits 2 enemies which are having the highest agility, and decreases their agility and attack by 19%. So that's Valentina for you. And then we got Cedric here, who is very similar. He's got exactly the same stats in terms of the attack amount that he does. The difference between them is that Cedric increases defense and attack by 19% instead of agility and attack. Some people will say agility is a lot more important because it makes you go first. Well, defense also is pretty good, because then if enemy does go first, then, or even if enemy survives after your attack, then you will actually get less damage from the enemy, because you'll have higher defense, assuming of course they don't have defense ignore skills. So that's Cedric for you, and the difference here is also it lasts 1 turn longer. So Valentina's goes for 2 turns, Cedric goes for 3 turns. So that could make a difference. Additional 19% attack for 1 additional turn. Of course, defense as well. And he hits also the guys who have the highest agility, and decreases their defense and attack by 19%. So of course then they might still go play first, because their agility might be higher, but they will hit less hard and their defense will be reduced, so it'll be easier for you to kill them. So that's the choices, and I got 4 Joker Elves like I mentioned, and I have a really hard time picking between those choices. What I got here in the party is I got my main character, of course. I got the Thunder Lord, who definitely I want to keep. Then I got Light Envoy, who I definitely want to keep. So basically the ones I'm willing to play around with are the Mountain God and Nereda by either keeping them or replacing them. Now I still don't have the rage build fully functional yet because I haven't started investing in Nereda, which is both good and bad. It's good because I could easily replace her without losing too much. It's bad because I still haven't gotten the rage build. So, and Mountain God, as I mentioned, he doesn't add value in terms of offensive capabilities like earning more gold, for example, but he is a very powerful tank. So if I would put the light envoy on the back row, for example, and have 3 characters on the back row, he currently can reduce their damage received and allow them to survive. And of course, if they survive, they can, you know, do their thing. Narrator can put the attack, defense, and agility bonuses. Light envoy can do the same, and rage, of course. And on his upgrade, he will of course put that damage reduction on the whole party, allowing me to put these heroes anywhere I want to put them, including the front row. So if I would get another damage dealer, a damage dealer like Cedric or Valentina or Hercules, they could of course replace either Mountain God or Nereda, but I really want to taste the full rage build first. And if that's what we're gonna do, then I also shouldn't touch Nereda. And the good thing of Nereda is, of course, she gives that percentage increases, 24% on her max skill. Of course, mine is not at max, mine is at level 5. At level 5 already she's giving 19% to attack, defense, and agility. So and of course also a whole bunch of rage, 41 rage. So that's pretty awesome, because even without investing too much into her, she's already giving that. So basically the choice is only for that one slot now, for the Mountain God slot, or I decide to go for him and invest into him and make him Son of Odin, in which case I will be playing with 2 damage dealers, with being my main and Thunderlord. Although Thunderlord is also not 100% damage dealer, he is a damage dealer, but his skill doesn't do too much in quantity. He more debuffs the enemy by reducing their attack. Like now mine has level 5, and he's reducing the attack of the back row of the enemy by 36%, as well as chance to stun by 22%. The problem with that is a lot of enemies are in the a lot of enemy damage dealers are in the front row, and so he doesn't always get the one that I need him to get. So that's a bit of a problem, and that's why I assume he is kind of like a half damage dealer, because he doesn't have that killing capability. I think from what I have seen so far from all the fighting, the heroes like the wolf, which deal the damage. Where was he? Was he in Midnight Tavern? Let's close, open again, it got stuck. Yeah, Midnight Tavern, Berserker Claw, evolving into Godless Wolf. Top level, Divine Wrath Strike plus 13. That bit that says the lower your character's HP, the higher the damage inflicted, I've seen that actually does a lot. So it does matter a lot if you have somebody with that, compared to Thunderlord, who doesn't have that. So that's why I don't think I actually have that. I say I have 1.5 to 2 damage dealers right now. That's why I said that. So I am kind of missing a third, that's for sure. And that's the trouble of it. Although I do want also, it's like, you know, I want everything, but it's not possible because there are a fixed amount of rows. Another combination that I thought is I could put Mountain God as the backup, so when somebody dies he could fly in and put his battle skill. That could be interesting, because he would do that like in the middle of the fight, which might make a difference. I don't know, but that is definitely an option. So those are the choices that I have. So when we go to House of Cards, like I said, Cedric. The thing with the Hercules is a pretty good character, and he also has that thing like the wolf, where let's go directly to him. Where are you, Earthshaker? And evolve to Hercules. He also has that the lower the enemy's health, the more damage. Another hero that has that, like I mentioned before, is Snow Queen. Snow Queen has that thing, the fewer enemies, the greater the damage. There it's not connected to health, there it's connected with the number of enemies, which is interesting in cases where you're fighting a boss. So, and I was thinking about the gauntlet, and that's interesting. When we look at Valentina and Cedric, they have the ability to hit the enemies, the correct ones that you want to hit, because they're targeting the highest agility enemies, and usually the damage dealers tend to have the high agility. They do hurt them, and they hurt them quite well. The problem is, again, they don't have that special thing that I'm looking for, that that does more damage if their health is lower. So that's something pretty interesting. What they do offset with is they give attack. So on they give attack as their battle skill. Battle skill is important in the sense that it gets cast straight away, right in the beginning of the battle. You get a big boost to your attack. So that's good. And also when they do their own skill, they also keep that buff running. So Valentina's 19% attack and agility, it can keep running if she keeps on doing this this skill. And the other thing with Cedric is the reason why Cedric might be better than Valentina is if you also consider player versus environment. When you fight monsters and so forth, very often they go first. Even if you buff up your agility, they will go first. So it matters less, and it would matter more if you have the defense that Cedric is giving. So those are so many difficult choices to choose from, and especially with Cedric and Valentina, what is difficult is that you don't see their evolved version because it's not out in the game yet. So you don't know in which direction they will take it. They could just make them more powerful, like the same stats but more powerful, then okay, then it's pretty straightforward. But if they would twist them into a new ability or something like that, then it would be very interesting. We also can jump over to Divine Realm and just click on Alliance, for example, and look at some of the top players. So these are the leaders of the alliances. So and see what they're using. Now, for example, Toki, he's using Snow Queen, and he's not using the newer ones, but he is using Nereida. So you see, even though she's a lower level tavern hero, very high level players still use her, because the buffs that she's giving, which is the Dragon Fury, are increasing the attack, defense, and agility so much, as well as the rage, of course, that they really like to use her. So Nereida, Messenger of Death, and that's why I say I really want to use Messenger of Death. And Toki here, otherwise, so basically he's got his two buffers or ragers, and his damage dealers are his main character, Hercules, and Snow Queen. And those are really strong damage dealers, because Snow Queen will hit everybody and reduce their health, and Hercules will use that fact that their health is already lower to do even more damage. So that's pretty cool. If we look at Highborn, for example, he went with Valentina. So he's got Valentina, he's got Kung Fu Panda, he's got Hercules, so no Nereida, and he's got Messenger of God, which is Messenger of Death, which is giving all the rage. So that's what Highborn is going with. Valentina here having +9 lavish charm. So that's pretty cool. He probably got Valentina before this, so I didn't follow him very closely. Then the next person here, Akim, at 6 million party battle rating, is using both Valentina and Cedric, which is of course pretty powerful. And he not only has them, he also has Hercules and that Messenger of God. And then you can see this can be really powerful. I mean, you got two heroes which are giving attack, defense, and agility buff right on the first 2-3 turns of the battle. And their hitting, their agility is probably going to be better than Hercules. We can actually check how he has placed them. So Valentina 118,000, Cedric 76, Hercules 68. So Hercules will go after Valentina and after Cedric. Let's look at the main hero, 148,000. So after everybody goes, and let's look at Messenger of Darkness, 122,000. So with so what happens is his main hero goes, and he probably will have enough rage to do his attack, which is the Thunder Strike. After the main hero, Messenger of Death goes and gives rage to everybody. Then Valentina does her thing, Cedric does her thing, and at the end Hercules finishes off whatever remains. So that's pretty powerful. They're all hitting 2 enemies, and so that's what makes it pretty powerful. Valentina and Cedric are hitting exactly the same enemies because they're targeting the highest agility one. So very interesting build there. And we'll look at one more from here. We'll go to Mikey, although my thingy froze. Okay, it's back. Okay, Mikey though is 3 million, so I'll skip to somebody who is higher up. So we're gonna go to, where was that hunter that I was looking for? I think it was in this alliance. Yeah, it's in this alliance. So we're gonna look at him. Let's look at one more berserker here. 4 million party using Narada, Messenger God Hercules, and Dragon Empress, which are basically the previous versions of the Cedric Valentina combination. And the hunter character that I told before that I was trying to mimic or learn from is Adler, and he's, I think, the only hunter I have found with very high battle rating, so 4.4 million battle rating. And he has picked Cedric, which was very interesting for me. I totally didn't expect him to pick Cedric. He has maintained the Thunder Lord, which I like. So, but he has he doesn't use Narada anymore. So he's going with Cedric. So he's got the Messenger of Darkness, who is giving him who's giving him the rage and the buffs. And he's got the Thunderlord to debuff the enemy, but also to do damage. He's got the Hercules, and he's using Cedric now, which is very interesting. In terms of agility, his main is 139, Cedric is at 57 because he's probably new, Hercules at 79, Messenger of Darkness 121, Thunderlord at 46. So basically, again, his main will go, and after the main, Messenger of God will give rage to everyone. And his main is also using the Thunder Strike, targeting 2 enemies. Cedric will also target 2 enemies. Hercules will also target 2 enemies. So that's the deal. So now that we learned from all these things, let's go back to House of Cards and see our choices for the last time. So last time choices are Cedric and Messenger of Darkness. That's option 1, and that's gonna use up all of my Joker elves. I have 4, so that's choice 1. Second choice, Valentina. And when I say Cedric, I also mean that he will be replacing Mountain God, because I of course have a number of slots. I can't add heroes, I have to replace. So he can replace Narada or Mountain of God as the 2 choices. Then second scenario, Valentina and Messenger of Darkness. Third choice, Son of Odin. That costs 2. And 1, if I get Son of Odin, I won't have enough for Cedric and Valentina, of course. And I definitely want the Messenger of Darkness, so that kind of fixes that choice. Son of Odin, Messenger of Darkness, leaving 1 Joker elf for later. And the last choice is to get Earthshaker, Messenger of Darkness, and Hercules. Basically a completely new hero, damage dealer, Messenger of Darkness, and completely replace my choice and my choice of Mountain God. In the past, when some of the players said that, oh, why did you choose Mountain God, you should have gone with the Earthshaker, I still maintain that back then I think, or I hope I did the right choice back then, and now I can change it if necessary. Of course, that's a game, you don't have to, stick with things, you can change them, and especially here with the inheriting of characters, that's definitely possible. So so those are the choices that I got. So with all that discussion and thinking, I decided to go for the combination with, and here we go, combination with Earthshaker and Messenger of Darkness and Hercules. And the reason I decided that is because no matter on which top people you look at, everybody has Hercules. And the reason I think why that is because he has that ability which does more damage, like the wolf, more damage the lower the health of the enemy is. And couple that together with your main hero and other heroes who reduce health, I think that's really powerful. He of course also has that executioner ability to kill off people with very low health, and he's got the ability to put a shield on a party member with the lowest health. So he is pretty powerful in that sense. And then I'm gonna reverse then my older decision where I put Mountain God. I'm gonna go with Hercules for now. That doesn't mean that I abandon Mountain God. I abandon him for now, but later I can of course take him again if we need. But for now, that's what's gonna happen. And the reason why I didn't choose Cedric or Valentina, which actually I originally wanted to do, is pick one of them and thinking like way into the long term that they will also evolve and things like that, is I think the main reason I didn't pick them is because they don't have that ability to do more damage when the enemy's health is lower. Their attack increases are great, but I can get the same attack increase. I can actually get more attack increase. They're giving 19%. I can get 24% attack increase from Nereda. So in that sense, I think Nereda will be able to give me more than what they are giving. And also, like them, Nereda can do that every time she casts a skill. So that's the thing as well. And Nereda will give more things than just the attack. She will give defense and agility, which is basically combining what Cedric is giving and what Valentina is giving. So that's why I didn't pick them. And also because I really like the Snow Queen, so at some point maybe I'll be able to get the Snow Queen, and then I'll be able to use Snow Queen, Hercules, Thunderlord, main character, and Messenger of Darkness. And for that hero I'll be willing to abandon Nereda, but not just yet. So having 4 Joker Elves, let's go ahead and get the stuff. The most important one is to of course double check Earthshaker is 1 Joker L, so that's gonna be no problem. Messenger of Darkness 1 Joker L, also no problem. And Hercules 2 Joker Ls. Just in case, gonna start with Messenger of Darkness because I think that's the most important one. So we're gonna swap. Awesome. Messenger of Darkness crest. Then we're gonna go with Earthshaker. Earthshaker crest, awesome, and Hercules crest. And that's 4 Joker Ls, and I think that's gonna be an awesome start to making my party dish out a lot of damage. That's actually the second reason why I didn't go for Son of Odin, which I actually wanted to get. Son of Odin, I thought that was fantastic because of the 42% reduction in damage. Because, for example, we have right now Gauntlet coming up. So if we look at daily tasks, we got Gauntlet coming up today, and the number one thing that decides your income in the Gauntlet is your damage output. So even if I had an enormously powerful Son of Odin, it would not help me too much in the Gauntlet. Of course, he would be able to absorb a lot of the damage, allowing me to survive more, but basically it's much more powerful to put up a lot of damage output. So with those crests done, I already have, of course, the Light Envoy. So with her I need to go and evolve her. So let's do that. Light Envoy, evolve, and it's going to require, of course, the Messenger of Darkness crest, and she's gonna go from this into this, and the skill will change from Radiant Guidance to Dark Meditation. So we're gonna do this. Boom. So this is done. I think that is very, very important. Now I got the Messenger of Darkness, and she's having Dark Meditation +7, so she's already gonna give me 56 rage to all heroes. That's pretty solid, and you know, some of the heroes will need only 50 rage, so that's 6 more, so that's great. 56 rage to all heroes. It'll increase HP, attack, agility by 16, cap by 16.5% of the sum of the stats, which lasts for 2 turns, but it could last permanently if she's able to do her Dark Meditation every 2 turns or every 1 turn, which I want to do. And hero is immune to disorder and stun. That is a very important point. So that's the Dark Meditation. Now I will be getting rid of Mountain God. I will rebirth him as he is now, I think. So we can rebirth him already. That doesn't hurt because I won't use him directly. I will still be using him actively because he will go into my backup instead of the Nether Knight, and he will pop up when somebody dies, and he will still put up his Eternal Rampart, which will put up a 20% shield on the whole party, which is great. So that's gonna pop up when somebody dies, and that somebody for now is gonna be Nareda. She will die pretty fast because I haven't invested too much into her yet, because it's difficult to invest into everything. So right now all investment was going into getting Thunderlord up and running, and he's pretty decent now at 300,000 bell rating. And now that I got Messenger of Darkness, and I'm gonna get the Hercules in there, then all the investment is gonna go into Hercules. So let's get Hercules. So we're gonna go to recruit Enigma Tavern, and we're gonna recruit our dear friend Earthshaker right here, and that's gonna cost 1,200 of Ruby Hero Souls. And I have 64, but I do have a whole bunch of gold. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and do 10 draws, and it's gonna cost a lot of gold. It's gonna cost 100 million gold, actually more, maybe 120 million gold, something like that. But that's what you gotta pay. So we're gonna go into that. I don't think I need to do advanced draw because I had 180 million. Now already 5 million has been spent in a second. So a lot of that is going to go. So we're gonna spend it, but he's gonna help me earn that money back from events like the Gauntlet. So doing 10 draws, of course, it's each click is 2.5 million gold, so it goes very fast. And all the gold that you are earning is spent so fast. It's really amazing how fast millions of gold are going. So of course a lot of them are not Ruby Hero Souls, a lot of them are Topaz Hero Souls, and they exchange with a rate of 5. So it's 1 to 5. So we can trade it in, for example, topaz to ruby, 1500 for 300. So we're now at roughly 500 ruby hero souls. So almost half of it is done, and I'll need 1200. And we know that 1,500 topazes will give me another 300. So we're gonna get up there. So many cards. They should already though make a bigger draw, like times 50 or something like that, because the very high level heroes really cost a lot of ruby hero souls. Like the yellow ones which we were looking at, Cedric and Valentina, they're costing 2000 ruby hero souls. So it takes a while to click and recruit them, and it wouldn't hurt if they just put another button here times 50 instead of times 10. But of course this window times is old, it's quite old, and at that time plus times 10 was already huge. So it's only, I think, not so long ago since the gauntlet gold has been increased, and people are earning a lot more. Although with the bigger earnings, they're spending hugely as well. So alright, we got 1-6 here. I'm gonna, oh, where did I go? I'm gonna trade it in, because that's already a lot, 300. So now we're past the 1000 mark. And just a little bit left, but if you look at my gold, pretty much 100 million has already just gone down the drain. And yeah, I guess at this point I wish that I had done this earlier, but it's cool. I'll earn it back. Alright, we got 400. I think that should be it. We're gonna trade in there. Perfect. 1215 ruby hero souls, pretty much perfect, what I needed. So we're gonna go to recruit heroes. Here is Earthshaker. We're gonna pick him up. Awesome, good stuff. So with that done, character, where are you? There is the Earthshaker. We're gonna evolve him straight away. I hope it's allowed. Yeah, cool. We can, oh no, incomplete because he needs Zeus Opus training. Okay, let's see if I can give that to him straight away. I don't remember if I have enough. So we're gonna train. Oh no, that's not gonna be enough. Only 5,000. It's not a small amount, but I'm not sure that's enough to get up to Zeus Opus. So what we'll do is we'll maybe inherit whatever Nether King has, and he's up to Odin Force, so we can inherit that into Earthshaker, because I want to maintain a Mountain God as a backup, so I don't want to drain him out. So let's try that. We're gonna go to Earthshaker, inherit, Source Hero. No, we're gonna go to Nether King and inherit, and we're gonna inherit him into Earthshaker. So he's got training level plus 10, and he's got upgrade level plus 12. So he was actually an active hero, level 66, which is my highest actually for heroes. So pretty solid tank. He was just popping in when somebody dies. He wasn't really doing too much, just eating up some damage. For 50 hero souls, I can move all that to Earthshaker, being the training level and the upgrade level. But that's it, not other things. So like I think elements and so forth don't pass over. So let's do that. Inherit. Yep. Thank you, Nether King, and this is the final thank you to Nether King. I will probably never use him anymore, so that's pretty much done. He could rebirth as well, but I'm gonna stop training him, drilling him, so that's gonna stop happening. So now with Earthshaker, he is at Justice +10 Odin Force, and I'll pour into him all these soul stones. Well, first we'll break through to the next level because Nether King was maxed out, I think, and then we're gonna do 1 clicks and see if I can unlock it. 1 star short. 1 star short. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pop on over to hot events, see, because I saw something was on sale here. They're 300 for 500, and you need tidal pool points for that. Darn. Well, that's a pity, but I'll definitely evolve him. I just need to find some. Let's go to tidal pool and see if we can get it via here. Let's benefits. We can do it maybe that way. Tidal pool. We're gonna unlock this. 10 days. Let's do some fishing. We're gonna do common bait and laser it out. 1. We're gonna call 200 and laser it out. 2. We're gonna do 1 more. 3. That gets me 200 soul stones, but also these. So that gets me how many points? Points. 2,310, which is what achieved me this one. That one is a little bit far away, but also with the laser thingy. The reason I was clicking it is because there is also the fishing soul, where I can collect another 150 via here, and I can collect 1 and 3 laser 300. If I do 2 more laser, I can get 500. But let's just see if from the ones which I collected, if I can get Earthshaker up there. Awesome, that is exactly what I needed. Zeus Opus has been opened up, so we can evolve him. And I'm not even gonna see the Thunder Strike because I've never used Earthshaker so far, but I'm already gonna go and use Frost Strike with Hercules. So that is awesome. I think I did a good choice. So now I got Hercules, and he's gonna come into the party, and that is what we need to set. So we are going to put Mountain God into backup. We're gonna get rid of Nether King, and we're gonna put Hercules right smack in the front. Although I'm not sure that's the best that's the best place for him, because he is still little, he can't absorb too much, and usually the first attack from somebody like the world boss will eat him alive. So since Narada is still the weakest member, I'm gonna put her on the front row, so with the others in the back row, and that's gonna be the build for now. And he is using 50 rage, so that's something that I can put to the Spirit Soul Totem, which means he might be able to take the place of my main hero. No, not you, darling. He is so big. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna give the Spirit Soul Totem, giving rage to Thunderlord and Hercules, so that they can dish out the damage pretty fast every turn, and main hero is gonna reduce his damage output because of that. But I think that's gonna be alright for now. I'll play around with different combinations, but that was pretty important. Alright, battle rating does go down. I'm now down to 1.76. I was above 1.8, but that's because the Hercules is still small and not invested in too much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna double check that he's in the stables. It could be empty. No, he is there, so that's good. He will need to be in the offensive stance like the Thunderlord, and we got the Mountain God currently using the best stables I got, I think, yeah, level 3s. So we're gonna move them around, and we're gonna put these into attack mode, and he's using BY because he's got attack, crit, and hit rate, so that's something we could go for as well. They're all having attack. The difference is in the second place we got absolute values, and per second and third place we got absolute values and percentage values for hit rate, hit, crit, and damage bonus is interesting as well. Endurance I don't think is super interesting for offense, so I think we're gonna go with the absolute value of crit for now. I'll see what's better a bit later, but for now this is gonna be good. So that's a bit of fix on the stables. We also need to give him, of course, equipment set. He doesn't have any. Nether King was using kind of silly sets, but for now I think I have to give all this to Hercules, because he has got the Peerless set going on, which is not going to work. So this has to come out, and I might even give him the set of Mountain God and give Nether King set to Mountain God, given that he is a backup. Yeah, I think that's what I will do. So but since I'm already recording for almost an hour, I can do all those things separately. That they'll take time to move the gems and so forth, to change the gems. So that I will do, I think, myself. The most important is that he's in there, and the other thing I want to do is drills with you guys, and I'm gonna start with Hercules. So we're gonna drill him with an ultimate drill, to get him up and running to the max, 250 diamonds for that drill, jumping from level 40 to 52, and then I'm gonna start using some of the time skip scrolls. First is to get him to level 55, because that's where the first rebirth is going to be activated. There you go, 55. So that's already 3.7 thousand bell rating added. Let's go over to him. That's the first rebirth he's going to have, and he's going to be one transfer over here, one transfer, and he's down in level. So we're going to go back to drills. He should be down, he's down 35. So we're gonna kick him up, because lower level of course is easier to time scroll up as well. Good stuff. Of course, the higher it goes, it becomes slower and start using more time scrolls. I could buy one of these angel thingies, but I have a lot of time scrolls, so it's not so big of a deal. Now the next one after 55 is 60. And I do want to get to 60, although that's gonna use up a lot of my time scrolls again. But he's actually, for a while now, I think is gonna be the last hero for a while. So I don't mind to use up most of my time skip scrolls and then start gathering them again for a future situation. But the reason I want to get to 60 is because I will drop him 20 levels again to 40, and then we can lift him up to say 50-ish. That should be good. It's getting 125,000 experience per time skip scroll. And now you see it's quite difficult to get a level up, but it's almost 60 there. And there it is, 60. It's a pretty big level for him. 6,000 bell rating increase. So we're gonna go back and kill that bell rating. Second rebirth. There you go, bell rating down by 2,500. Back to drills. and he is at down to 40. Again, this is gonna be quick to level him up on those levels. Good. Good stuff. 50. Let's get him to 55-ish. I think that's enough. And then he'll go into the regular cycle with the other heroes. Oh, something got stuck. There. 53. 54. And you see little by little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you used about 8 or 9 to get a level up there. Actually, I still have a bunch of time skip scrolls left, so I'm gonna kick him up a few levels more. Because of course it's important that he is high, because he will be, I think he will then be the biggest damage dealer because of that HP issue. The lower the HP, the more damage he does. So I do want to invest into him whatever I can. So I'm gonna put up all those time skip scrolls. But I don't want to use all of them. I don't know why, but something tells me don't use every single one you have. But I am okay with using a lot of them. So let's get him back to level 60 and stop there. 59. Let's see how many he needs to get to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 time skip scrolls for one level over there. 60 is good. We're gonna give everybody else a harder training. Good stuff. Thunderlord levels up. Messenger of Death 61. Narrator almost leveled up, and Mountain of God in the backup gets 2 levels because he had his 3rd rebirth, which is awesome. So 6,000 more bell rating. Still, of course, lower now at 1.77, but that's because he is naked in terms of the equipment set, and I need to shuffle a lot of things around, give him gems, runes. He is very weak in runes, and what we can do is we can pour all these runes into him. Let's actually do that. 1556. This is not going to give a lot of bell rating because he doesn't have any equipment to boost. Actually, it should give nothing because he's not wearing anything. So level 1 runestone 20. I don't have any, so we're gonna go to Eternal Spire, where I might be still running the last bits of the Blitz, which is good. And with this I can actually show you the top collections of the Spire. Okay, that's done. We need to access the shop, which is over here. It's a very uncomfortable place, the Spire shop. I'm gonna get 20 for 1,000. This is actually pretty amusing, putting up so much investment in runes and not getting a single bell rating out of it. But it's totally logical because he's wearing nothing at all. You see, rune bell rating is 0, but it's pretty high actually right now. So, well, compared to where he started from. So, but that's gonna really come into play the moment I start giving him equipment pieces. He's already at 81,000. Also for the gem enhancement, he's at 41, which is not bad. But we're gonna pour into him all the rest as well. 44%. That also will be 0 bell rating because again he's not wearing anything. And elements. So actually it does inherit, so that's pretty good. So decent level elements, not awesome, but 15,000 bell rating already from elements, so that's good as well. So the only thing I'll need to do is take off all these gems from Mountain God, because he's all into defense. It's all block and physical and magic defense and so forth, and put all that to Hercules, and then get Nether King's weaker set to Mountain God. So that's what's gonna happen. But already 1 hour recording here, so I'm gonna be done with this recording, and you'll see the effect of all those changes in the next videos. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and the development in my party as well. Put your thoughts in the comments below in the video or on my articles. Please remember to click on like and subscribe if you enjoyed, of course, and share. My sites are all put in the description below the video, but basically it's loa.dollygames.com. that's my site dedicated to League of Angels, or if you want to follow on Facebook, fb.dollygames.com. There we update everything that we post on Dolly Games, and of course you can just go to dollygames.com, and from there everything is linked off. So please bookmark that, and thanks for watching and have a very nice day.